The latest New Japan Pro Wrestling Fighting Spirit Unleashed United States show is over. It's time for my review. As start off with the opener from Bungie 3K taking on Jushin Thunder Liger, Raisuke Taguchi, and ACH Liger, and Yo started off. Romero special from Liger. Awesome to see the crowd in the United States still give Liger the respect that he deserves throughout the wrestling world, because he's the goddamn man. As Taguchi leads a corner attack on Yo. Combination from ACH ends with a deadlift German suplex. On Show, gets a 2 count, ass-base offense from Taguchi. A tope suicida from ACH takes out Roppongi 3K, as Taguchi and Rocky Romero left in the ring as he hits a chicken wing face buster on Rocky Romero for the win. Again, surprised Roppongi 3K is looking like shit on these tours. They'll get a win eventually, I'd assume, but it's not looking good, as I guess I call them SCU? The Addiction? I don't know what to call them anymore now. I always call them SCU when they have when they have Scorpio Sky with them. But, I don't know. It's, I guess they'll just SCU. SCU taking on Hangman Page and Chase Owens. SCU! As, Kazarian and Hangman Page started off. Daniels and Chase Owens, blind tag themselves in. Drop salt from Hangman Page on Daniels and Kazarian. I love that shit. Hangman Clutch gets a 2 count. Great combo move from Daniels into a fuckbuster that gets a 2 count. Slingshot layered from Hangman Page. And, of course, Hangman, it would be a Hangman Page match without a shooting star press off the apron. Daniels and Kazarian do their crazy finish where, Daniels does the best moonsault ever while, pushing the guy who's ever taken the tombstone, which, in this case, Chase Owens, down, while Kazarian hits his tombstone for the win. Good little match there. As, next match, 6-man tag as a Chaos team of Hiroki Goto and Best Friends taking on Jeff Cobb, Chris Sabin, and Philip Gordon. Chucky T and Chris Sabin started off as Best Friends do a tope to the outside, tornado DDT from the turnbuckle from Beretta as Best Friends with a double team suplex on the Jeff Cobb as Chuck Taylor misses the moonsault off the top rope and Jeff Cobb hits a lariat into the Tour of the Islands for the win. Awesome to see Jeff Cobb get the big win there as Suzuki Gun taking on LIJ in a 6-man tag as Dave Smith Jr. rocking the Teddy Hart entrance gear. I fucking love that. As Evil and Zack Sabre Jr. started off. As Chaos hit Naito with a sidewalk slam combo that gets a 2 count as Naito fights them both off with a step-up tornado DDT using the ropes on Lance Archer. Evil and Zack Sabre Jr. start trading strikes. LIJ hit a combo on Zack Sabre Jr. Evil goes for the STO. Zack counters into Octopus Stretch. Then Evil goes for Darkness Falls, and he hits it as Zack kicks out at 2. Zack gets a roll-up win over Evil, though, again. So hopefully we will see that one-on-one match at King of Pro Wrestling in the future. As Geto and Jay White take it on Hiroshi Tanahashi and Kushida. Of course, Geto and Jay White using on their inner tactics early on in the match to take advantage. Tanahashi makes the hot tag to Kushida. Tanahashi goes for the high fly flow, but Geto knocks him off the top turnbuckle as Jay White hits the Blade Runner for the win on Hiroshi Tanahashi, who then cuts a promo on how New Japan is scared of having 2 foreigners in the main event of Wrestle Kingdom and not having their beloved Ace in the main event. Really good heel promo from him. Even got the crowd booing as, you figured the American crowd would kind of just still cheer for whichever promo happens, but really, I think the crowd is generally not a fan of this teaming of Geto and Jay White and him. The idea of Jay White and Kenny Omega in the main event, and it's come across really well, so I'm glad someone's being a great heel on this show. As next match, after we come back from intermission, and match of the night, for me, Marty Scurll, Will Ospreay for the junior tournament, as standing Spanish Fly to start this off. Gets a 2 count into a Sasuke special, followed up with a shooting star press, and Scurll kicks out. What a fucking way to come back from intermission. Jesus. Scurll kicks the shit out of Ospreay with a super kick. Ospreay goes for an apron Spanish Fly, but Scurll blocks it, thank Christ. Sunset flip powerbomb from Ospreay to the floor as an homage to Hiromu Takahashi there. That was awesome to see. Scurll counters the Oscutter into a backslide into a super kick. Ospreay kills him with a lariat. Ospreay goes for a top rope hurricanrana. Scurll blocks it and hits one instead onto Will Ospreay. Chicken wing from Marty Scurll as Will Ospreay does not tap out. Tremendous sequence. Ends with both guys down on the mat, getting a standing ovation from the crowd. I mean, this match was fucking crazy. Cheeky Nando's from Will Ospreay after both guys get back to their feet. Top rope tiger suplex. Jesus Christ. That gets a 2 count. Another layer from Skrull as Marty hits Bird of Prey for the win. What a goddamn match. Again, the junior heavyweight steal the show in the U.S. Luckily, nobody got hurt this time around. As, yeah, that match is fucking awesome. Kushida and Marty Skrull for the finals. That's going to be a good one. Can't wait to see how that goes. As I think I've got every junior tournament match wrong out of the 2, but that's alright. I don't get paid for the previews. I don't get paid for right and wrong previews, at least. At least not yet. As the IWGP Tag Team title matchup here is Gorillas of Destiny. Dom Tonga and Tonga Loa taking on the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson. As all 4 men get involved early on in the match. Matt Jackson starts selling his back early on in the match. This man's been selling his back since January. Fucking Christ, Matt Jackson. Figure out something else to sell. As Nick saves Matt from a suplex into a table to the outside. As Matt goes for the top rope, Tonga Loa shoves him off the top rope through the table to the outside. Flying clothesline from Matt Jackson takes off both men though, as more bang for your buck, but Matt takes forever to get to the top rope with his shitty little back. Tonga Loa kicks out after the moonsault as Flapjack into a cutter from G.O.D. gets the win. New IWGP Tag Team Champions. As, that's, the crowd was pretty into G.O.D. I was kind of surprised by that. I love G.O.D. as, like, a promo, and, like, their presence and whatnot, and their entrance. But really, when bell sounds, the match has to start. They're really not the most talented guys in the world, but they're pretty much over, for just being what they are. Surprisingly, even in the United States, so I hope their run goes well, though. I mean, really, New Japan's tag division has always been, like, the glaring weak spot for them throughout the years, but I don't think it's going to change here with a new reign here for them, but you gotta have faith sometimes. As co-main events, IWGP United States Championship matchup, Cody versus Juice, as Cody does his step-up dive to the outside, but Juice catches him for a belly-to-belly suplex. Cody hits a reverse DDT on the floor. Cody counters Pulp Friction with a backslide for a 2 count. Juice goes for a roll pin and Cody kicks out. Cody locks in a figure 4 leg lock, but Juice doesn't tap out. Juice hits Pulp Friction, but Cody rolls out of the way, out of the ring, to the floor. Smart move there. As Cody hits a crossroads on the outside, though, as he brings him back to the ring. He hits the vertebraker. Juice kicks out at 2, though. Top rope superplex from Juice, as Cody locks in a small package, though, and steals the win, being the new IWGP United States Champion. Man, what the fuck happened to Juice Robinson? I mean, after that awesome babyface win at the last United States show, he has just ate shit. Lost a shit ton in the G1. Loses the belt here after having the belt for, really, almost 4 months now. You know, he won it in July, and yeah, it's just sad, really is. I mean, hopefully he can get some big wins in 2019, because I think he's a great babyface gaijin star if he stays in New Japan, but at this rate, he should probably just go somewhere else, because that was fucking stupid. He's been putting on great promos, he's putting on a great effort, he gets rewarded for the belt, and now, after he wins the big belt, he's just been shit. And, it's not really he's been shit, it's more just his booking's been shit. And there's nothing else you can really do about it as a wrestler. You just gotta put in your best effort and hope it pays out in the end. As a main event time, though, Kazuchika Okada and Tomohiro Ishii taking on Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega, the Golden Lovers, as Ibushi and Okada start this tag match off. Both guys tag out, though, pretty early on to Omega and Ishii, as Ishii beats the shit out of the Golden Lovers. Senton Atomiko from Okada onto Ibushi. I love that goddamn move. Strike exchange from Ibushi and Ishii ends with a beautiful dropkick from Ibushi. Makes the hot tag to Omega. Comes in like a house of fire, as Omega just traps the shit out of Ishii. Hits a shitty tornado DDT that gets a loud just groan from the audience. She's like, ugh. Terrible. As Jamu dropkick from Okada, though, that just absolutely killed Kota Ibushi. I mean, Jesus. That was awesome. As Omega and Okada alone in the ring, crowd come to their feet. Trading strikes from both men. Omega counters the Rainmaker into a Dragon Suplex. Okada hits the dropkick. V-trigger into a German Suplex onto Okada. Okada counters the One Wing Angel into a Tombstone, who Omega then counters into a Tombstone of his own, which Okada counters. Finally, somebody hits a Tombstone, which Okada hits it, and into a sliding laird from Ishii, but Ibushi breaks it up in time. Omega counters the Rainmaker into a Uranagi that dumps him on his head. Bushi and Ishii trade forearm strikes. God bless them, man. They fucking put on another amazing effort here. They beat the shit out of each other. As Ibushi hits his combo into a standing moonsault with the knees up, Ishii kicks out of it somehow. Ibushi and Ishii start palm striking each other to death. It looked like a pancrase fight. It ends with Ibushi hitting his lariat. Ishii kicks out though. Ishii hits his final stacked powerbomb on Ibushi, which kicks out at 2.9. That was fucking awesome. That powerbomb looked amazing. Head kick from Ibushi into a straightjacket German suplex. Ishii again somehow finds a way to kick out. Crazy combo from the Golden Lovers here with a high kick and a V-trigger at the same time onto Ishii that just about killed him. Followed up with a Golden Trigger, and the Golden Lovers get the win. What a match. Like, that was pretty crazy. I'll still give the nod to the singles junior heavyweight match with Skrull and Ospreay. That match was awesome. But this tag match was great. Really, you know, as far as this match and this show in general, I'll say, and you could tell from the crowd and from basically the response to this, and even this, like, I wasn't really excited to see this show. Really, I just wanted to see those two matches I just named off. And it's coming to the point now with a 9-match card, and where you really just want to see the 1 or 2 matches. It's starting to really just suck the air right out of me. As I'm just like, I gotta, eat shit for an hour and a half before I finally get to what I want to watch. And that's kind of the shitty thing now we're seeing with New Japan with all these shows and cards. You're starting to pull hair now. It's like pulling teeth now to find matches that you want to see on a 9-match card, that at least you want to see 5 of them. And but that still a crazy match. Post-match promo, Omega calls for the rematch with Ibushi at King of Pro Wrestling. Cody comes out, grabs the mic, and inserts himself into the match, making it a triple threat match for the IWGP Heavyweight title, making it the first time a triple threat match for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship since War of the Worlds 2014 with Okada, Styles, and Michael Elgin, as technically the last triple threat for the IWGP Heavyweight title at a exclusive New Japan only show was Lesnar, Fujita, and Chono, which was a complete disaster, and so that's basically a main reason why you don't see it a lot anymore for the triple threats or the multi-man IWGP Heavyweight title matches, because that match was so bad. But this will be at least better than that one, that's for damn sure. I do wish, if it was going to be a triple threat, I wish the third man was Toru Yano. But fuck, sure, it makes no sense for Cody just to insert him into the match, for him to just be like, oh, give me another title shot, Omega. But really, he's just inserting himself to be the spoiler for the Golden Lover singles match for the IWGP Heavyweight title. So I'm sure it'll be fine anyways. As, the Fighting Spirit Unleashed crowd did drew about 3,000 plus people, which was low. You could definitely see a lot of empty seats in the crowd. I assumed this was going to happen. When the idea for New Japan to have multiple U.S. shows in a single year, I knew that would hurt crowd attendance for the shows. Because by the third and even fourth, shows that are going to happen here in the United States, the crowds are going to be smaller and smaller. And it's going to make it to the point where the excursion to the United States for more New Japan shows in the U.S., they just don't have that same feeling. They don't have that same buzz than the actual New Japan shows have. That's just my opinion, at least. Maybe one day they'll get it all together. But, I mean, they still had some good matches on those U.S. shows. Omega and Ishii from the first one at the New Japan U.S. special for the G1. That was fucking crazy. The tag match of the Bucks and the Golden Lovers. But here, there was really nothing too crazy. That fucking Ospreay and Skrull match was incredible. But even, the U.S. special show last month, or the last one, it had the crazy Dragon Lee Roma Takahashi match, which sadly now it's just the match where Roma broke his neck, and now you had Juice getting the win, But really, the Kenny Omega Cody match just felt like an American Indie main event, so it didn't have that same main event feel. This one kinda did. For a tag match, it felt big. I think the Japanese crowd would have ate that shit up, though. That Japanese crowd would have been all over it. But that's just the price you pay sometimes for U.S. shows. But that will do it for this review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's Fighting Spirit Unleashed show. As I will catch you guys next time for the preview of King of Pro Wrestling coming right around the corner here in the month of October. Take care, everyone.